My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Spire Model. We're going to continue with Marisa. Ascension 4, it looks like. Excellent. Transform 2 cards. Yeah, let's get a strike and a defend out of this deck. We got millisecond pulsars. Amplify effects cost no energy this combat, alright. And Dark Matter. Can only be played once per turn. Shuffle 2 copies of the card into your draw pile. Draw 1 card. If this card is exhausted, gain 4 block ethereal. So, this is an Exhaust synergy card. This is an Amplify synergy card. I have to decide which of those I really want to hone in on. And honestly, I'm not yet sure. Should have played the millisecond pulsars there, though. I mean, Dark Matter also increments my my charge up, so it's good for that. None of these are Amplify, but this is like Exhaust synergy in that it gives us Sparks. And Sparks Exhaust, but that's also still really weak. None of those happen to be great pickups, unfortunately. Okay, so next turn... Interestingly, Dark Matter here will shuffle 2 copies of it and put 1 into my draw pile. Sorry, 2 copies into the draw pile, and then it'll draw 1 card. So I'll actually end up with the Dark Matter in hand anyway. Which means that I get to full protect myself. And the stalling can finally end. Beautiful. Double Spark, Luminous Strike, Ecological Bomb. Ecological Bomb, I guess, deals 7 damage to a random enemy and reduces its strength by 2 this turn. It's a pretty good Amplify effect. Guess we're going into the Amplify build. We did it last time as well. Let's remove Dark Matter. Make all strikes and defends ethereal? That makes my draws really consistent in the second shuffle. But not having defends kills us. Yeah, I don't know if I should ever take that event again. Unless I have a specific plan with it, because I keep taking that event and then regretting it. I just want to get a bunch of upgrades here on the first floor, so I'll go do those manually. Temporoi? Beyonce? Temporoi. Alright. That's a bug report to give. That said, the localization for English is secondary for this mod, so it makes sense. In fact, I think it used to be ordinary spelt in like a similar misspelling, so I think it might just be ARY at the end of words. None of these really make sense for this deck either. Oh, God. Millisecond Pulsars. I don't have enough Amplify effects in my deck to really upgrade that right now and feel happy about it, but it is my next on the chopping block. Remove a card from the deck? Probably not the Deep Ecological Bomb. Let's remove a standard unupgraded strike. We'll upgrade Pulsars here as well. Alright, sweet. Pulsars defend will have to do. I do need more Amplify effects in this deck. But also, I started to think about it after the last episode. I started to think about it after the last episode, and... Wait, hang on, I can just kill the backliner. Good. Started to think about it after last episode, and the fact that I decided not... Started to think about it after last episode. The fact that I decided not to add any Grant Crosses to my deck at any point, I think is a large amount of the reason why we didn't have any damage in there. Like, we could have had the Grand Crosses be 0 cost and cast them, and that would have been extra damage for us. It would have been extra damage for us in the first cycle, whereas what I was holding off for was cycling through my deck multiple times and just trying to get to the collecting card, the card that did damage for each of my relics, or for each set of 3 of my relics. Oh god, this is really shaping up to be the same deck, but Galactic Halo is really good. I don't need millisecond pulsars here. I also should have struck there. Whoops. Well, at least I can murder the backliner there. Right. Okay, so I've removed each of their artifacting at the very least. Come on, Rising Spark and Sweeping in the same hand. Beautiful. So it has to be Rising Sweep there, and then Master Spark with a backline. Come on, Sentry. Killable in the next turn, or completely defendable. Well, it's completely defendable, but it's also killable. Damn, we got both. I did clearly say or, though, so I'm still disappointed. If your hand is full when drawing a card, draw an extra card next turn instead, and there's Grand Cross, sure. We'll take it, and then I'm even going to upgrade it. Costs 0 if you've activated an Amplify effect this turn. Still need some more Amplifiers in the deck, of course. If only I had Deep Ecological Bomb next turn. Ooh, I mean, so good for us. So I'm gonna Galactic Halo, Rising Sweep, then Master Spark and Grand Cross, just because I can. Ooh, beautiful. And that's another giant Grand Cross turn this turn. Hell yeah, this definitely seems to be working, I'll say that. Hell yeah! Alright, alright. Grand Cross is much better than I'm giving it credit for, clearly. Ultimate Shortwave in a deck this small, Ultimate Shortwave will oftentimes end up giving us a ridiculous amount of charge up pretty quickly. The problem with that is, like, the ridiculous amount of charge up. Like, it is another card that doesn't actually amplify, that's just diluting my deck. I really do want Ultimate Shortwave, though. It just gives my longer fights a much better conclusion. Calling Bell, pumping up, gain 3 curses and 3 relics. Sure, 2 of the curses will be negated by Omamori, and both of these other relics are pretty garbage, so. We get Shame at the end of your turn, gain 1 Frail, and we got Shroom Bag, pumping up obtained Parasite cards. Parasite cards can have been played. Playing a Parasite will heal 2 HP and you draw a card, then exhausts the Parasite. Gremlin Horn, whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. And Tori, whenever you receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. I would say that getting those 3 relics is pretty worth. Actually, it turned out to be pretty worth. At least I strength lost a target that was about to hit me as well. My 7 is fine. Unfortunately, I am now weakened as well. Damn. Amplify. Sorry, the Ultimate Shortwave actually might be really important as well for giving us. Beautiful. Might be really important as well for giving us extra energy, just because we don't really have much else of that in the deck at the moment. Grand Cross, can you stop turning up in exactly the wrong hand? Like, it's a unique ability you have here, but I don't like it at all. Please stop doing it. Speaking of stop doing it, ow, 13 damage to me. Could do with less of that. Dex potion? Probably better than poison potion for us. Machine gun spark. No, none of these basically. 20, 30, 7, so I can do 37 damage with a fear potion applied to a target. Not gonna be enough. And unfortunately, we only had 1 defense that turn, so speed potion plus a couple of defense there wasn't going to be particularly effective. God. We are taking serious damage every combat right now. This is tragic. Could cost that Grand Cross last turn, but I forgot about the Gremlin Horn there. There you go. Which is Leyline, Spore Crump. I mean, this is effectively the same deck that I built last episode, but it's exactly what I was offered instantly, so... Can only really do what I'm given. Hey, we even managed to draw a defense after all of that. Much appreciated. Only 1 damage that turn as well. Beautiful. Ultimate Shortwave needs to stop being on the bottom of my deck. It's becoming a real problem. Fairy Destruction Ray, obviously pre-upgraded, and with this deck, sure. Upon pickup, gain 30 gold, you're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Reduce your charge up consumption threshold value from 8 to 6. Very, very good to see that here. We'll definitely take that. I also really wanted Fairy Destruction Way, and I also wanted the removal, and I also wanted Master Strategy, and I also wanted Lantern. All of those would have been ridiculous, but Simple Launcher is so, so impactful. Oh, sorry. Let me amend that. It's so-so. It's kind of impactful. Ugh. Temporary confusion. An awful shame for us. Unfortunately, this enemy pretty hard counters Marisa, because the first hit taken by this enemy each turn is reduced to 1 damage. So obviously building up a large charge up isn't something that necessarily works. Whetstone upon pick up upgrade to attacks as well as going across. Neat. I probably ought to rest here as much as I want to upgrade Ultimate Shortwave. No, I'll upgrade Ultimate Shortwave. It's fine. Witch of Greed is fine. It's weirdly, I have exactly enough to buy Witch of Greed as well, so I probably should. I have exactly enough to get it. Dakota Ring. You know what? That'll give us another chance to actually use this effectively. 3 attacks, 2 skills. 2 attacks, 1 skill. 3 attacks, 2 skills. 2 attack, 1 skill. Okay, cool. So I want to use attacks at the end of this turn if I'm using any. So millisecond, ultimate. There we go. Okay, so I'll play the Infernal Berry first, then that, then the Fairy, so that I end up with a charge on the Dakota Ring. It just resets me to 0 if I play a skill before I'm ready to start playing skills. Unfortunately, these curses are going to make the Dakota Ring significantly worse, because obviously I want to play the curses, because they draw me cards. Okay. Oh, what a hand! Double Grand Cross as well as the ability to set up vulnerability on an enemy. Just ridiculous. Portable prop bag is innate. It's an innate skill. No. Amplification 1's pretty good. Anytime you use an amplification effect, gain 4. Art of War, is that good in this deck? Not really. We attack basically every single turn. Or a Calcum, is that good in this deck? I mean, we don't get block every turn. Portable prop bag might actually be really good here. We'll drop a Dex potion for the weak potion. Just because we don't have that many defense in the deck. Oh, look, there's a asteroid belt immediately helping rectify the problem I'm talking about. Thanks for that. In fact, thanks sincerely. Let's go for this rest. Try and take out this elite as well. So 2 skills. So I can play 2 skills, then 2 attacks, then 1 skill. Okay. Well, if I do that, I never get to play Millisecond Pulsars, and I never get to play the Parasite here. Oh well. Ooh, Fairy Destruction Ray is a great pickup for us. Just insta-kills a hell of a lot of targets for us. Excellent. And we did get the amplification one there as well. Whenever you activate an amplify effect, gain, not 3, sorry, 4 block. Alright. Just trying to go through removal. And we're all set up. Hell yeah. Backline should be able to die this turn, right? There we go. Beautiful. Weak potion, probably not again. More bank, whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. We'll take a power potion there as well. Attacks that I want to replay. Attacks that I want to replay. Not really. I guess, like, Blaze Away is 2 copies of Grand Cross a lot of the time for us. Maybe I do just take the Blaze Away in this deck. Maybe I'm thinking too much about just getting 1 giant effect off. I could hold off on casting anything this turn in order to get the Art of War off. So I played no attacks. I'm not going to do that, I'll attack. Alright. Pretty good damage output. Just gotta hope that I make it through the rest of... Oh, really looks like I will. Thank you, Blaze Away. Another Blaze Away. Ooh. I'm gonna do it. I think that'll help me just burst targets down pretty quickly. Alright, Mysterious Rune. Also use another Power Potion here as well. Singularity. Event Horizon. Whenever you activate an Amplify effect, you can put an attack from your discard pile into your hand. Sure. Sounds good for me. So the Amplification one gives me, whenever you activate an Amplify effect, gain 4 block. That 4 block could have triggered Casket of Stars. So what I should have done is played my... I should have played the... portable prop bag before I used the Power Potion so that I had more context. I'll just pull a Grand Cross back. Hell yeah. It's a decent damage output on that turn, but... feels like this just isn't consistent enough damage output. Put another Grand Cross into my hand. I mean... what we need is the Amplified card. That's what we actually need. And I guess I can just go deep ecological bomb, pulls back, Grand Cross. And then double play deep ecological bomb. Then I'll play a Grand Cross, and then I'll double play Grand Cross. I mean, it's working really well. Got him. Come on. Good energy relic. Amplify, deal double damage, but it's for burns. So. Deals 18, so it deals 32 with an Amplify? 32 for 2. I don't know if I can abide that. Big Crunch, no. Deck is really thin. And Max Power, no. We're not finding the rare cards that we really want, unfortunately. Slow Cooker, gain energy on the first, on the start of each turn. On the first turn of combat, lose 2 energy instead. Now, it's lose 2 energy instead, so we'll have 1 energy on my first turn, which is complete garbage. I can't play millisecond pulsars, which means the entire deck doesn't go off. So I can't take Slow Cooker. Galactic Halo got upgraded. Neat. At the very least, that's positive. Oh, god damn it. Alright, so we're gonna have to wait ages before we can try and blow up the mirror. I don't even know if this deck is gonna be capable of doing that. I've set myself up. If I play 1 skill now, 30 damage is dealt to all enemies. Pretty good. Yeah, I could have handled that previous turn better, unfortunately. Yeah, I could have got an extra potion at the end of that as well. Gas Giant, Fair Destruction. No, I don't need any of those now. Dex Potion makes a little more sense now that I have an Asteroid Belt. Do I try and do this? I think I do. All right, Cat. Time to go. Let's see what this fight is actually like when it's kind of fair, rather than how it has been. All right. So here's where it actually gets annoying. I have to find a way to kill all of those. They die in a single hit, right? No, dealt 50% less attack damage. Okay. Good thing I checked. So I can only kill this one right now? Let's do that then. Wait, why did it take 20 damage rather than... Whenever you were attacked by this enemy, gain 1. No, that doesn't matter. Cancelled if dealt... What? Okay, yeah, flight wasn't working there for some reason. Yeah, it's working on them. What? Orin? That's... So... It is a rule of this game that buffs are never supposed to affect an intent before that intent is afflicted. So for that reason, enemies that can debuff you, specifically for vulnerability or something like that, don't stand at the front of an order, because then they would apply vulnerability before other targets attack after them and take advantage of the vulnerability, dealing more damage than you were necessarily expecting. If you have to calculate what is actually going to happen with an intent system, what is the point of an intent system? a lot of mods have in a way broken that. This is definitely breaking that right now as well. Unfortunately, it's about to deal 40 damage to me. My god. Fairy Destruction Ray at the very least looks like it's going to kill all of those critters. Because it just bypasses everything entirely. Hell of a lot of burns in there. Thanks for those. Wraith, Marisa, exhaust a random card in your hand at the start of your turn. We've lost Galactic Halo and Grand Cross. That's tragically awful. Obviously, that should have been after the Master Spark. Guess who only just realized that? Lost Asteroid Belt there. At the very least, Fairy Destruction Ray is still lethal on those two summons. Which is dead. Just... I mean, deep Ecological Bomb and the Orichalcum might keep me alive here. Oh, Tori. I forgot about Tori as well. Come on. That'll do. Kills all of them. Cat Guard. Gain 1 charge whenever you climb a floor. When you would die, consume all charges and heal 4 HP for each of them. So, all of this was in service of not dying the next time I might die, and I almost died trying to do it. Start of combat, gain 1 artifact. Is that important for me? Asteroid Belt is. But is 1 artifact important for me at all? Do I negatively afflict myself in the course of battle? Not really. You can't prevent the debuff lose that relic when the battle ends from Portable Prop Bag. Otherwise, obviously, it'd be a take. Bag of Marbles, I mean, we don't really go off on our first turn because we're playing the millisecond pulsars commonly. So we probably just take Asteroid Belt and then a card removal on a bad card. I will want to go to a later shot, but I can't necessarily be guaranteed there's a later shot. Oh, no, wait, there can be if I stick to the left path from here on. And considering I don't want to fight any more elites, I probably do want to stick on the left path. So I'll take Strawberry, and I'll remove a Standard Strike. And I'll take an Asteroid Belt as well. Would lose more HP if I could, but I can't, so I won't. I'll take a Flash of Steel happily. Or Calcum. Okay. So, millisecond pulsars plus deep ecological bomb will actually keep me safe. Thank you, Orichalcum. For some reason, I thought the enemy was attacking for 13. Thankfully, they still only deal 1 damage to me despite all of that. Energy recoil. You gain block equal to your charge up +3. No. Not impactful. It feels like I do need to be resting at all of these points now. I hate missing out on millisecond pulsars, but... Sorry, on Galactic Halo, but... Millisecond pulsars cool. This is going to be a real damaging fight, exactly. Grand Cross is a kill on the target. Kill the healthiest. And then the second most healthiest. Blaze Away draws 2 more cards. Oh, Flash of Steel's really got my back here. Parasites are just healing me back up. Blaze Away draws 2 more cards. Blaze Away Flash of Steel is a whole deck unto itself. I'm going to upgrade the Flash of Steel because that's going to be a lot more damage when we do Blaze Away combo like that. Panda Grab at the start of boss combat, seal for 25 HP. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. Thank you for all of those extra cards. Just helping me dig further in my deck. Get me down to the cards that matter. Alright, more. It's time to... I mean, do I Witch of Greed here? Oh, I just go full defense, of course. Yeah, because otherwise I end up taking damage. So there's no real choice to be made there. Alright, and don't really want to use a Fairy Destruction right here. It's a waste of my charge up stack, I think. Now that, though, that'll do. God damn it. This would have been a really good burn deck, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because we committed to not make it that at the very start. Let's Parasite first. Using Sweep before a Flash of Steel. Blaze away on double Flash of Steel. Hell yeah. Getting that card draw off. Don't mind me, though. Just going to be taking about infinity damage here. Ooh, I can even... No, it's only this turn. Okay, good thing I didn't play the Blaze away immediately, though. That said, I still would have had lethal. Oh. Don't need any of that going on. Millisecond pop. Oh. Oh, it plays them on random targets. Okay. I thought it was always the same ones. Yeah, pretty much all of that was poorly handled. Ordering, Ryan. Play the loot bag first. Always play the loot bag first, because otherwise you will forget to do it correctly. Pulse it down in just a moment. I mean, that'll do it. Unfortunately, Fairy doesn't actually hit the backliner. That is to say, Fairy Destruction Ray doesn't hit the backliner. That said, casting those is the best thing I could have done, just because Amplification 1 gives me the block, whereas otherwise I just wasn't really going to be blocking that turn. Come on. I think one more damage taken, but at the very least, as long as I can kill the enemy here, we're fine. Got it. Heart Potion, definitely better than a Poison Potion. Asteroid Belt, hell yeah. Second is pre-upgraded. Could not have really asked for more. I'll millisecond pulsars and then just destroy an enemy. Not really the enemy I wanted to hit multiple times there. It's fine. I mean, at the very least, Catcart will bring me back to life and bring me back to life on a good amount. So it's not like we're ruined yet. Unfortunately, I don't want to blaze away Rising Sweep. It's not that great. Another Grand Cross. Sure. And right before the very end here, remove all buffs if it's a non-boss enemy. It's not going to be a non-boss enemy in the next space. Alright, yeah. Drop the power potion for another dex potion. Seems like a really good idea, but then I drop that power potion. Ugh, I kind of do want the power potion. I'll remove this simple spark, though. Alright. Rests upgrade here. Pretty much all of the upgrades are pretty weak, so let's just rest. Go for double dex potion and power potion, giving us... I guess singularity. So I can lower the enemy's strength by 6. But unfortunately, this enemy will also deal extra damage because I dealt damage to them that turn, so can't really afford to do that, unfortunately. It's all awful. I think I will just build up until I have a single shot kill on this target. That said, that's going to be difficult to do with this deck just because... difficult to do with this deck. Just due to the fact that we have defense, we don't have all of the defense. Unfortunately, due to Marisa's playstyle being, you know, so heavily based around the... Good, that's getting close. Unfortunately, due to Marisa's playstyle being so heavily based around dealing large chunks of damage, this fight in particular, where the enemy returns 40% of unblocked attack damage and blocks for 40% of the block that you gain, is really, really, really annoying. Because you have to basically just kill in one large hit, because any smaller hits are just going to set you up for the enemy to kill you. So I'm now quadruplicating the damage of my next cast card. So yeah, so Master Spark is almost lethal here. It'll be lethal with vulnerability. Okay. Also, they attack back to front, which is, again, not the correct order. As in, like, the game has specifically set a precedent of that not being the correct order. The base game has been patched multiple times to change from that order. Alright, yeah, here's lethal. Big Grand Cross. At the very least, like, thankfully we did have the 2 Dex Potions and 3 copies of Asteroid Belt, as well as a copy of Galactic Halo, because otherwise that would have just been dreadful. I should look at the final boss when I get to the 3rd floor, so that I know if I am going to have to fight that, and then deal with it accordingly. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire Modded. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.